Auction, Shorty's One Stop, Uptown Market, Central Diesel, Herreid Superstop, Cam Wall Electric, Premier Equipment, and Bank West. The video is underway, certainly is, at the KMLO page at the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and at drgnews.com, and it's brought to you by CHS River Plains and Key Insurance, and our video scoreboard is brought to you by Camby's Pass, and our special in-game sponsors include Jensen Rock and Sand, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, CHS River Plains, Campbell County Collision, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Montana Dakota Utilities, Fresh Start Market, Venture Communications, they'll bring you our player of the game, and Real Tough Farm Products in Mulbridge. They'll present our scoreboard throughout the evening, and we'll let you know who's ahead. Brought to you by Real Tough Farm Products. Welcome aboard for what has the potential to be a terrific game. Well, when you get to the SoDak 16, you certainly hope for that. The 6th seed is Herreid Selby area. The Wolverines at 19-3 after their victory a week ago tonight, a convincing one in Selby over Lower Brule, 65-42. The 4th straight win and 7th in the last 8 for the Wolverines. But for the Menno Wolves, a very tough road. They barely got by the 7th seed in Region 5B, Centerville, on their home floor last Thursday, a little bit easier time, but not a great deal against Scotland, a 48-37 win in Irene. They have a great score, Menno does, in Morgan Edelman, who in the last game of the regular season became a 2,000-point scorer. And if you're a Wolverine fan, you know about Rachel Fiedler and how she can heat up, as she did against Lower Brule last Thursday night in Selby when she scored 17 of the 19 Wolverine points in the second quarter, hit 5 threes, hit 23 for the game. Of course, Rachel Rosso inside is always a force for teams with which to deal. This is the Jensen Rock and Sand. We're in the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth in our nice perch here at James Valley Christian School, Jensen Rock and Sand. And the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being part of the team, and they remind you to buckle up every trip, every time. Menno is 15-6, by the way. We mentioned Herreid Selby area, 19-3. The winner comes right back to this city, to the Huron Arena next Thursday for the Class B state tournament. Stick around for our CHS River Plains Keys to Success. You'll hear from both head coaches, and we'll start with Doug Hall, the head coach of the Menno Wolves. We'll do that when we return to Huron in 2 minutes. This is SoDak 16 basketball on 100.7 KMLO.
As the snow flies, it's nice to know you don't have to break your back to get rid of unwanted piles in your driveway when you have Jensen Rock and Sand to do the work.
We will be happy to come to your home to remove your snow and get you back on the road. For more information on rates or to get on our schedule for cleanup, give us a call at 845-7213 and leave the snow removal to us.
Jensen Rock and Sand of Mobridge, Aberdeen, Eagle Butte, Buckton, Gettysburg, and Fort Yates. Here for all of your snow removal needs.
So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
My reason why is to inspire others.
One reason student athletes seldom mention is to get an athletic scholarship. They know that only 2% of all high school athletes are awarded a sports scholarship. So why do they play?
My reason why is friendship.
Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
This message presented by the NFHS and the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
Today, nearly 3 million people protect their most valuable assets with auto owner's insurance. With that many satisfied customers, Marin Beal Insurance is clearly dedicated to your insurance needs day and night. They provide low-cost quality protection, and their famous no-problem claims service is second to none. Trust the local independent auto owner's insurance agent at Marin Beal Insurance for home, life, farm, ranch, auto, and business coverage. Proudly serving the Selby, Java, Pollock, Hosmer, and Roscoe areas.
At the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, our team is dedicated to the traditions of service. We offer a wide array of products to accommodate all your financial needs, including checking and savings accounts, CDs, IRAs, loans, debit cards, credit cards, 24-hour ATM, and online banking. Make sure to check out our special notices in your monthly bank statements. We are the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, member FDIC. Proud to serve you and proud to support the Wolverines.
In Huron at James Valley Christian School, it's our CHS River Plains Keys to Success, and we begin with Doug Hall, the head coach of the Menno Wolves. And to get here, what an achievement. It wasn't the easiest path for your team to get here, but you are here.
No, it was not. I mean, we definitely had our hands full with a couple of good teams, and you know, like I told the girls, I said I'd rather have a couple tough games to get you ready for this type of atmosphere than to play somebody and roll over them by 30 or 40. I just think it gets you a little more prepared for the road to come.
And what you're thinking, I'm sure, should be a very competitive game tonight. We'll visit with head coach Steve Sawinski in a moment, but I think his thought might be the same as yours. Just because you've got an 11 and they've got a 6, that doesn't mean it may be your typical 6-11 matchup. It might be a lot closer than that.
Well, I think it'll be a very competitive game. I mean, they've got a very good record, and you know, they're rated 6 for a reason. They're a good team, and we got to be ready to play for sure. You've
got a team full of good players. I know that. Rachel gets Morgan Edelman gets a lot of the ink, and certainly should, for the career she's had. What has she meant to your program?
She's been here for a long time. I was just thinking about that today. I mean, we had her actually for 2 years, even as a water girl. So I mean, she's been part of the program for a long time, and you know, she works very, very hard. I mean, that's been her kind of her MO for a long time, is just getting after it and get after people on defense, and she does a lot of good things for us.
But like I say, not the only player you've had. You've got guards, wing players who can shoot the ball. You're going to have an interesting matchup in the post going against Rosso, but you've got the team that can handle it. I know you.
Yeah, Rosso's I mean, she's a presence down there for sure. You know, we do have one girl that's maybe similar. I mean, that Micaiah Campbell from Hanson is 6'3", but we do have some experience against other people. But either way, it doesn't really matter. You still got to come out and execute. It doesn't matter who you play.
Visit us online at chsriverplains.com and let us help you all day.
Continuing in our CHS River Plains Keys to Success, we now visit with the head coach of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines, Steve Sawinski. When we had talked about the defense and rebounding were the keys for your team, I'd say that came up in a lot of good ways for you a week ago tonight against Lower Brule.
Yeah, I thought we did a lot of things well. We talked about it the next day in practice, how our overall game that we played, we felt pretty good about. Definitely rebounding as part of that. Coming into tonight, you know, they play such good defense. I've been so impressed watching. Coach Hall obviously does a really good job with these girls. Their 1-3-1 half-court defense is excellent. They do a lot of things really, really well. They kind of cut down space. They play angles well. Edelman, the girl out top, is she's been a one-woman wrecking crew defensively. She creates offense with her defense when she gets steals and tips out front. And she's going the other way. There's no defense for that. She's just going to the rim. So we really have to do a good job of taking care of the ball. We've emphasized that in practice of you know, faking passes, making passes if they're in that zone defense. And you know, they might come out with a 1-3 and a chaser. We've seen them do a little bit of that. And so we also worked on if they come out and put a chaser on Rachel Fiedler. We also worked on that quite a bit, and they also play man, so we don't really know what they're going to do, but I do know this: no matter what they do it well defensively.
And you know you're going to have to be ready for about anything they throw out there at any time, because they look like they're the kind of team that could change that up from maybe one possession to the next.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the time of season where you're not going to hold any cards back, so to speak. Whatever is at your disposal, maybe play some cards that you haven't shown during the year. So yes, you have to adjust. Hopefully our girls, we've talked about the fact that I feel like they're pretty good basketball players and they have a good understanding of the game, and so when they do see different things, for the most part they've done a good job of adjusting to that.
The number in parentheses in front of your name says 6. The number of parentheses in front of their name says 11. I know that means nothing, but I think it doesn't especially mean anything tonight. This is closer than a 6-11 matchup may be in a whole lot of tournaments.
Oh, without a doubt. You look at their schedule. I mean, what a tough schedule they play, and a lot of those losses were tight and right down to the wire against the absolute best teams in the state. So yes, the record means absolutely nothing. For me, and I look at the Sweet 16 matchups, there's quite a few. You know, I talk about toss-up games, and to me, when you look at this, it's definitely, I feel like a game where it's cliche to say, but the best team is going to win. So I think it's a fairly even matchup, and whichever team plays the best tonight will come away with a win.
17. Steve Sawinski, he's the head coach of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines, getting ready for what should be a terrific game tonight. We'll take a 1-minute break right here in our pregame, and then we'll come back with tonight's Campbell County Collision starting lineups. Back in a minute to Huron. This is SoDak 16 basketball on KMLO.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in South Dakota.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, when it's concrete time, call Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete. Top quality products and competitive prices. Plain as that. Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete have been family owned in business for over 50 years. You stay in business over 50 years by taking care of people. Just that simple. Concrete, crushed rock, sand, gravel, feed bunks, septic tanks, agricultural, commercial, and residential. Call Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete. 605-437-2455 on 1st Avenue West in Herreid.
Well, here we go for what should be a fun one tonight in the SoDak 16 in Huron at James Valley Christian. Menno Wolves, Herreid, Selby area Wolverines. Let's look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the Menno Wolves, and they're brought to you by Campbell County Collision, of course. Morgan Edelman, the 2,000-point scorer. You just heard Steve Sawinski say a great defensive player, too. The 5'7 senior. Jessie Monkvold, who can score herself in the backcourt of 5'10 senior. Yeah, big 5'10 guard. Grace News on the wing, a 5'6 junior. Post player Bridget Faith, a 6'1 junior. And Peyton Huber, a 5'5 junior. For head coach Doug Hall, his assistants Aisha Abick and Matt Fisher. We'll have the Herreid Selby area lineup when we return on KMLO in 30 seconds after this from Campbell County Collision.
Have you ever been driving down the road minding your own business and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, you get in an accident? And then you start to think to yourself, maybe, just maybe, this happened because I've got low blinker fluid. Well, if that's the case, you want to call Campbell County Collision Center in Herreid. They can take care of just about anything that's wrong with your vehicle, even low blinker fluid, if that's what you believe. Campbell County Collision Center in Herreid. They can fix anything, and I mean anything, collision or auto body.
Herreid Selby area's lineup includes Annalise Gehring, the 5'2 senior, running the point. Lauren Grage, the 5'7 senior, on the wing, along with Kendall Sawinski, the 5'9 junior, and the swing player. And what a scorer she can be, as she proved a week ago. Rachel Fiedler, the 5'10 senior, and in the post, Riley Rosso, the 6'4 senior, for head coach Steve Sawinski. His assistant is Marnie Gehring. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Campbell County Collision. Now let's introduce tonight's officials. They're the law on the court. Brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Back to introduce them here on KMLO in 30 seconds.
With more and more people being at home, chances are you'll access a social media site to stay in touch with family and friends. Before you do this, please check your privacy settings to ensure you're being the safest you can be. For step-by-step instructions on how to check and change your privacy settings for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the like, go to consumer.sd.gov. With questions, contact South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986, or email consumerhelp@state.sd.us.
And the officials for tonight's SoDak 16 game are Matt Clark, Tim Neihart, and Gary Duffy. Gentlemen, thank you very much. The law on the court is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. A good crowd in here in this nice facility in Huron at James Valley Christian. And by the way, if you ever come to a game here and somebody recommends the hamburger to you, take them up on it. I am very satisfied and well-fed and ready to go. And so are these two fine teams, the Herreid Selby area Wolverines and the Menno Wolves, with a trip to the Class B state tournament on the line. The winner comes back to Huron, to the Huron Arena next Thursday. Selby area's last state tournament team, 2004. Menno's only Class B girls state tournament team, 2,000. So a long drought's going to end for one of these teams tonight. Hey, we're not too far from the Montana Dakota Utilities opening tip. So let's hear from Montana Dakota Utilities. And we'll be back after that in 30 seconds here on KMLO.
Montana Dakota Utilities' slogan, "In the community to serve," goes beyond providing safe and reliable electric and natural gas service. MDU and our dedicated employees are committed to the communities they serve, work, and live, just like the dedicated area students and coaches are committed to having the best season possible. Best of luck for a successful season to all area teams from Montana Dakota Utilities, proud to sponsor the area youth.
Yeah, in fact, the Menno fans are still coming in, and we are just moments before game time with the starting lineups about to be introduced. Again, we've got it live on video on the KMLO page at the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and at drgnews.com. And if you're watching, you will see that Herreid Selby area dressed in their home white uniforms, since they are the higher seed. They have the dark blue numerals and gold trim. Menno in their maroon uniforms with gold numerals and letters and the gold piping. And Morgan Edelman, about who we'll talk a lot tonight, is the very first player of the starting 10 from both teams that will be introduced. We won't be able to tell you after this game whom the winner of this game will play, because there are games that start at different times, and there is one other game that probably won't end until about 9:15. So if the Wolverines do advance, we won't be able to tell you who their state tournament first-round opponent will be, but you know that Andy will update you on that tomorrow morning during the Best Country Morning Show with my pal, the prime-timer Paul Raleigh, here on KMLO. And that's between 6 and 9, and Andy, of course, brings you sports each weekday morning. A lot of anticipation in here, and again, the state tournament is the goal for every player who plays high school basketball everywhere, but it means so much, as you folks know that lived here a lot longer than I have in South Dakota, and the dream is going to be realized for one of these teams tonight here in Huron at James Valley Christian School. Herreid Selby area 19-3, Menno 15-6. But as I said to the coaches, don't pay attention to those numbers 6 and 11. This promises to be an outstanding matchup tonight. That's our pregame. Stay tuned for the action. In 2 minutes, it's Herreid Selby area and Menno here in Huron. Back in 2 minutes with SoDak 16 basketball on 100.7 KMLO.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Thorstenson Trucking of Selby proudly sponsors local youth activities, athletes, and this sports broadcast of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines. If you're looking for a company to do your hauling, look no further. Since 1943, Thorstenson Trucking has been hauling grain, fertilizer, rock, grain byproducts, and more. It's a name that's been built on being professional, being on time, and having competitive rates. Thorstenson Trucking of Selby, the people to know when there's something to go.
The Campbell County Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of this Herreid Selby Wolverine sports broadcast, and we're proud to serve you. Whether you are looking to insure your home, vehicle, farm, crops, or if you're interested in obtaining health insurance, you can depend on us at the Campbell County Insurance Agency, conveniently located in the Campbell County Bank in Herreid and Pollock. To get an insurance quote or learn more about our insurance products, stop in and see myself, Arnie Hansen, at the Campbell County Insurance Agency, or call 437-2294.
When it's time to market your livestock, consign them to the Herreid Livestock Market. Active sales are held each Friday, plus there's special sales throughout the year, and you'll find many buyers at ringside. For market information or a free on-the-farm appraisal, call myself, Kent Phillum, at the Herreid Livestock Auction. Give us a call at 605-437-2265. Thank you.
the winner to the State B. Herreid, Selby area, and Menno in Huron. Riley Rosso to jump center for Herreid, Selby area, and Bridget Bates for Menno, and it's Herreid Selby with a basketball first shooting. If you're watching us at the basket, well, closer to us, let's call it left or right. Kendall Sawinski out front. What an atmosphere in here already, and we just started. Annalise Gehring back up front to Sawinski. Top of the right wing. It's Lauren Grage. Rachel Fiedler, who had the hot hand a week ago, spins in the lane, faces a double team. Now bounces it back out to Sawinski. Drive down low for Rosso, who nearly lifted that pivot foot down to 5 to shoot on this first possession in the lane. Sawinski with the drive off the rim and rebounded by Peyton Huber for Menno. Boy, they took 32 seconds and had nothing to show for it. Menno with their first possession. Munkvold back to Huber out front in the left corner, back to Jesse Munkvold. On the right wing, Huber again handling up top, and here is Morgan Edelman, the star for Menno. Into the lane, turnaround half hook by Bridget Faith is missing, and the rebound is run down by Kendall Sawinski for Herreid Selby. So each team misses on their first possession, and both teams took their time on the first possession. Left wing Lauren Grage, already 15 seconds off the shot clock here. Right wing Sawinski. Up top for Gehring. Left wing, 3 on the way for Grage. It's off the rim and taken in by Bridget Bate for Menno. Still no score. 6:25 in the first quarter. Menno's second possession. It's like a football game so far. Into the lane. It is Bate for a drive on the left side that's over the rim by Grace News. The follow also misses, and the rebound by Rosso. So 2 shots there for Menno, neither one of them fell. And in the lane, through a double team, oh, they know to do that to Fiedler. She misses, and the rebounded by Munkvold, but it's stolen away, taken by Grage. She's fouled as she goes to the rim. Munkvold with a foul, the first of the game, so 2:05 in, maybe finally some points on the way, but it's been a most interesting start, hasn't it?
Lauren Grage at the line for 2.
Lauren Grage to the foul line. Grage scored 5 last Thursday night and hits the first one here, and we have the first point of the game. Herreid Selby 1-0, 2:05 in. One more for Grage. That's good too. 2-0, Herreid Selby. Almost full court pressure now as Edelman brings it on the right wing to Munkvold. Front court right wing. It's a 3 by Huber. It's off the rim, and it's rebounded by Annalise Gehring, and Herreid Selby wants to run. Now they slow it down as it comes into the front court. Menno has missed their first 4 shots. Right wing baseline jumper. Good from 14 by Lauren Grage. She has all the game's points so far. 4-0, Herreid Selby. 5:30 in the first. Right alley Munkvold into the front court. Bothered by Gehring. Munkvold, middle of that right wing, up top for Morgan Edelman. They'd like to see her get going, a 2,000-point score. Right wing Munkvold. Into the corner for Edelman. She traveled. So the game's first turnover gives it back to Herreid Selby, and Menno off to a rough start here, 0 for 4 shooting. Herreid Selby 1 for 3. They're up 4-0, 5:08 in the first quarter, and with the ball again with Annalise Gehring on left wing, but Edelman guarding her. Left wing outside the arc. Bounce it out front to Kendall Sawinski. Right wing for Grage. Right post Rosso double team. Open from 19 inside the arc. The jumper missing by Sawinski. The follow by Grage, and she's fouled as she went up. Grage with the offensive board to give Herreid Selby area free throws again. This one is called on Menno. They haven't put it on the board yet. All right, it's Bridget Faith. Bridget Faith, I should say, V-A-I-T-H. So a couple of free throws here, and the first one is good for Grage. She still has all the game's points. 5-0 Herreid Selby, 4:51 in the first. As Jada Rosso comes in for Herreid Selby area to replace Riley Rosso. Second one, she hit that too. Lauren Grage 6, everybody else nothing. 4:50 left first quarter. Herreid Selby by 6. Pass to Monkfold, still in the back court, bothered by Sawinski. Uses a screen to the right wing for Huber in the corner. Handed to Monkfold, driving in the lane, scoop, scores. Monkfold gives Menno their first two. Harriet Selby leads 6-2 at 4:30 in the first. SoDak 16, the winner to the State B. Into the lane, dump down low for Jada Rosso, but left it short. And the rebound to Peyton Huber. For Menno, so a shot of the rim would not fall. Menno trying to climb back within a bucket or closer. Baseline drive is a good one by Grace News. She's fouled. She'll have 2 free throws. This one is on Jada Rosso, the first Harriet Selby foul of the game. Grace News, N-U-S-Z, has a couple of free throws here for Menno, and the first is good. They got the Harriet Selby lead to 6-3, and Riley Rosso right back in for Jada Rosso after a rest of only about, 28 seconds or so of playing time? Something like that. 6-3 the score now for Harriet Selby. One more for Grace News. Short, barely hit the iron. Rebound, Rachel Fiedler for Harriet Selby. All the way to the baseline. Drive, wouldn't fall. Tap, and Jenica Behrens, who came into the game, has the offensive board for a 3. Good! That's Fiedler. Look out! She got hot hitting threes last Thursday night. 9-3 Harriet Selby at 3:50. Another steal. It is made by Sawinski out of a scramble as she is fouled at midcourt before she would have driven in for an easy layup. The third Menno foul, and it's the first on Peyton Huber. And Harriet Selby will inbound after head coach Doug Hall of Menno calls a 30-second timeout. We'll take it to 3:48 first quarter. Good start for Harriet Selby. They lead 9-3 over Menno. SoDak 16 basketball continues in 30 seconds on KMLO.
It's game time, and Shorty's One Stop wishes the Wolverines good luck. It's with pride that Wanda and the staff support your athletic dreams and ambitions. Fuel your game with hustle, and remember, it's teamwork that makes the dream work. Shorty's has your favorite candy bars, salty snacks, thirst-quenching beverages, plus top-tier Cenex gasoline available 24 hours will get you there. So save me a seat. And remember, Wolverines, stand tall, talk small, and play ball. Good luck from Shorty's One Stop in Selby.
Venture Communications will bring you our player of the game in tonight's postgame. Harriet Selby area off to a fine start. 9-3 over Menno in the SoDak 16 game. Long way to go. 3:43 first quarter. Jessica Behrens for Harriet Selby. Into the lane. A one-handed runner. Good from 13 feet. Jenica Behrens off the bench makes it an 8-point Harriet Selby lead at 11-3. 3:30 in the first. Monkfold for Menno walked. Second Wolf turnover. And maybe a little bit of extra adrenaline there for Monkfold trying to make something happen, and she took the extra step. Harriet Selby with it back. Sawinski out front. Left wing for Fiedler. Open 3. Yes! Rachel Fiedler hits another. And it's 14-3. Harriet Selby. 6 for Fiedler on 2 threes. Monkfold to the left wing. Morgan Edelman's barely touched the ball. She has it now for Menno. Tries a drive, and on a crossover, drives in for the layup. All I had to do was say she's barely touched it. She just made a signature move. 14-5, Harriet Selby. 2:50 in the first quarter. It is Sawinski in the lane from 13. Counted by the foul. Kendall Sawinski has her first 2 to make it 16-5. Harriet Selby. And another Menno foul is their 4th. She was hacked by Bridget Vaith, and that is 2 on the post player for Menno. As Annalise Gehring is back in to give Lauren Grage a rest, and with those 2 fouls, out comes Vaith, and in comes Reagan Deedy. Sawinski will try to complete the 3-point play right here. Good. Harriet Selby 17, Menno 5. 2:45 first quarter. I know it's a long way to go, but what a start for the Wolverines in the SoDak 16 game. Monkfold into the front court. Out front to Deedy. Now inside for a drive by Huber, and she lays it in on the right block. First time Menno's really been able to do that easily. 17-7 for Herreid Selby with 2:23 in the first quarter. And a whistle here as the ball came down court, and the officials say that's our time, and they're saying the clock's not right, and it's not because it says 26 seconds on the shot clock, and there should be more than that. 2:20 left in the first quarter. Herreid Selby area leading Menno in this SoDak 16 game by a score of 17-7. We're in the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth here at James Valley Christian School in Huron, and very glad to have you with us. State Class B tournament for the winner in Huron next Thursday. The shot clock stays at 26. Everything's all right, I guess. They didn't change anything. Here is Behrens. His play continues. Sawinski down to Rosso on the right post. Double teamed again. Back to Fiedler. 13 to shoot. 2:05 now in the quarter. Fiedler out front. Guarded by Monkvold. Double team now in the lane, and taking it away is Edelman. Boy, you heard Steve Sawinski talk about her ability to do that so well. Right corner, Monkvold, as Menno has it back. Right wing for Edelman with that distinctive black headband. Into the lane, a turnaround, a drive, and a miss by Dede, and it's rebounded by Riley Rosso, but it's taken away. Nice play by Monkvold to bring it back, and then she throws the ball away. First turnover by Herreid Selby area. They are on the other end, counted with a foul. A drive all the way to the goal, and another nice move by Sawinski. She had a three-point play a moment ago. She has a chance for another. And it's 19-7 for Herreid Selby area, and Peyton Huber has the foul, and that's her second. She has two, and Faith has two. For Herreid Selby, Riley Rosso out. Jada Rosso is in. Sawinski tries to complete another three-point play. Good again. Herreid Selby 20, Menno 7. 90 seconds left in the first quarter. What a start for the Wolverines. Only 7 shots so far from Menno, too. Herreid Selby's taken 4 more shots. Dede on the left wing. D-I-E-D-E. Out front to Edelman. Morgan right of the lane. Spins, crosses over, misses this time. Offensive board is missing by Grace News, and then a foul on the third try is going to keep it with Menno. Herreid Selby area with a foul. It's only their second one. And it's on Rachel Fiedler. That's her first. No free throws. Peyton Huber had to run off the court, unfortunately. And one of her teammates is going to help her out. Ashton Massey comes into the game for the first time for Menno. 1:08 first quarter. Herreid Selby area 20, Menno 7, and 6 points each for Rachel Fiedler, Kendall Sawinski, and Lauren Grage. Now they're going to stop play here for a moment. And, yeah, we had a little mishap. Unfortunately for Peyton Huber. I think you get the idea. They're going to stop and clean that up. Well, I'll just give this crowd a chance to get revved up a little more. The Herreid Selby area fans are just down to our left. And you can hear the noise they're making. And they're excited again. Since the co-op with Herreid and Selby, no girls state tournament appearances. Selby area last was in the state tournament when they were the Lions, of course, in 2004. 1999, of course, you fans who remember certainly well that state championship team 22 years ago at Selby area. Well, now it's Herreid Selby area, and they're off to a fine start in this SoDak 16 game. All right, the cleanup work has been done by Athletic Director Darwin Hofer. Darwin's the one who recommended me getting the hamburger, by the way, and he made a very good recommendation. But he's a head coach here and a good guy, and good facility here at James Valley Christian School in Huron. And I still see a couple of spots there where the cleanup, I think the cleanup is done. There's one near the bucket. Yeah, got to make sure everything's all right. Don't want people sliding. I think you get the picture, don't you? I don't want to be any more descriptive than that. Here's Morgan Edelman ready to inbound as soon as the cleanup is done. Left baseline of the basket to our left. 1:08 in the first. Menno with the ball. They need a run. They're trailing Harriet Selby 20-7, and Darwin Hofer has his last bit of cleanup work done, and we're ready to go again. 68 seconds left first quarter. Edelman lobs it for Jessie Munkvold. She's in the left corner. Hands it back to Edelman. Comes up top. Guarded by Gehring. Now a screen set for her. Left wing Munkvold with a minute left in the quarter. Jessie into the left corner. That is for Didi. Back out front to Munkvold. A lot of time taken again. 16 to shoot. Still some time. Grace News with a lob down low. Good pass. Edelman laying in a foul. Edelman's second bucket, cutting the lead to 11 at 20-9. No way is this game over with this young lady on the court. Jenica Behrens with a foul for Harriet Selby, her first, just the third on the Wolverines, and Edelman at the line completes the three-point play. The lead 10 now for Harriet Selby at 20-10, 45.1 in the first quarter. Behrens out, Lauren Grage back in. So it is Kendall Sawinski, Rachel Fiedler on the floor for Harriet Selby, along with Annalise Gehring and Lauren Grage and Jada Rosso. Gehring right corner, just below us, right wing Fiedler, 32 seconds in the quarter. 10 more in the game clock than on the shot clock. Lob to Jada Rosso in the lane. Back out front to Grage. And a turnover. Yeah, that's 3 seconds. Just the second turnover on Harriet Selby, but it's right back to Menno. And Fiedler will come out. And Bella Brandner comes in for the last few seconds of this first quarter. Brandner, a 5'9" junior. It's into Munkvold, 22 seconds to Edelman and across the timeline. 19, she just drives, spins, and misses. And the rebound loose, fought for, and Brandner came down with it, taken away by Edelman, and she scores. That's the type of game she plays. And she is up 2-7, 20-12, Harriet Selby. Half second, jumper by Brandner, and the buzzer didn't fall. We're through one, and Harriet Selby's leading, but Morgan Edelman's heating up. Harriet Selby area 20, Menno 12 through one on the Real Tough Farm Products scoreboard. Second quarter coming your way from Huron in 1 minute. This is SoDak 16 basketball on KMLO.
Pre-game time is food time. Fresh Start Market has your pre-game covered. Head in and check out their amazing ultra clean remodeling. Great fresh produce, awesome meat section, and snacks and food for when you're on the go in the harvest and school year section. And don't forget to pick up some of their famous homemade sausage. Like and follow them on Facebook, Fresh Start Market LLC, for updates on sales, fun info, and more. Fresh Start Market, because pre-gaming can't be done without food.
This is John Underseer at Central Diesel in Mobridge. If you're a diesel mechanic, then Central Diesel has a great opportunity for you. Our diesel truck shop is a very busy shop, and we're looking for more technicians to deliver parts and service on time, every time. We offer health benefits, paid uniforms, and excellent wages that are based on your level of mechanical experience. We offer a great work environment with paid vacation and the ability to advance. For more information, just pick up your phone and call John at 845-3697 or come and talk to me at Central Diesel Sales in Mobridge.
Again, I know Harriet Selby area had a big lead. They had a 20-7 lead. But guess who got going? Morgan Edelman for Menno. So there is no way, folks, that this game's over. Harriet Selby 20, Menno 12 as the second quarter is about to begin. 6 each for Lauren Grage, Kendall Sawinski, Rachel Fiedler for Harriet Selby, 7 for Morgan Edelman leading Menno. Harriet Selby area shot well in the first quarter, 6 of 11, 2 of 3 on threes, and made all 6 free throws. And Menno wasn't bad, 5 of 11. Missed their only 3, 2 of 3 at the line. 8-7 rebound advantage for Harriet Selby. Just the sort of game you want to have in the SoDak 16, and you just still get the feeling it still could be tight. We have not started the second quarter yet, as again Darwin Hofer, who's just all over the place here, and a good AD here is, and of course managing this game since it's on his floor, is making sure things are right. And I think there's a problem with one of the scoreboard at one of the end of one of the floor. The same end we're on. They're just making sure that And it stays operative, and now it is. Now we can get going with the second quarter. Menno comes out of their huddle with Reagan Deedy along with Jesse Monkvold, Morgan Edelman, Grace News, and Ashton Massey. And here comes Harriet Selby out of theirs with Riley Rosso, Annalise Gehring, Lauren Grage, Kendall Sawinski, and Rachel Fiedler, their starting five. Second quarter begins. The arrow to Menno, so it's Wolves basketball. They've scored 5 in a row to cut a 13-point lead to 8. Edelman, right wing, up top for Monkvold. First possession, second quarter. SoDak, 16 action. Maybe still some drama to come. Edelman steps inside the arc, drives to the right lane line. Back out front for a Deedy three that misses. Rebound, fumbled a little, but then taken in by Lauren Grage for Harriet Selby. Wolverines still by 8. All the way to the baseline is Sawinski. Edelman cuts her off well. Handed to Rosso on a high post on the right wing. Out front to Grage. A video at the KMLO page of the app and DRGnews.com. Harriet Selby in white, Menno in maroon. Fiedler backs it out, down to 12 to shoot for the Wolverines here. And it came to Grage, right baseline to Rosso. Through a double team, left it short. Good D there, rebounded by Reagan Deedy. For Menno, who can cut into the lead further. Long three, Adam. She's good. Look out. I told you, she's getting hot. And she had about a 28-footer there. 20-15, Harriet Selby. Menno has 8 in a row. Edelman has 10. We got a game. I kind of figured this, frankly. And I bet Steve Sawinski did too, the Harriet Selby head coach. Gehring for Sawinski out front. Left wing again for Gehring. Dribbles to the half circle. On the right wing for Sawinski. 3, long, missing. Ashton Massey, the rebound. Menno with it again and can make it a one-possession game. Grace News out front, hands it to Edelman. Gehring trying to defend her, but Edelman just spins on her, crosses over again. Right wing, a Monkvold three, good! We have a 2-point game, and it's 11 straight points for Menno. 20-18. Harriet Selby, 5:54 first half. A lob from Gehring to Rosso. He nearly threw it away. In fact, it was deflected away, but Menno couldn't save it. It'll stay with Harriet Selby. Peyton Huber back in with 2 fouls. Grace News out for Menno. Annalise Gehring in. Jenica Barron's out for Harriet Selby area, trying to stop this Menno run. They were up 13. Now they're up 2, and the inbounds pass is stolen. Yep, it's Morgan Edelman in the back court, but hands it to Huber, and she crosses the timeline. Edelman wants it for a go-ahead 3. It's off the rim, short right wing, foul. Well, now actually it hit the support, so it's out of bounds. And it'll go to Menno. You can see why this young lady has scored 2,000 points. And again, it's not just that she's a shooter. She is some kind of defensive player, as she has proven since the last couple of minutes in the first quarter. Sawinski for Harriet Selby, holding on to that 2-point lead. Fiedler up top, guarded by Monkvold. Handing it to Sawinski on the right wing with a screen to the lane. Player hit the floor, no foul call. Right wing, 3 by Barons is off the rim, long left. Rebound Monkvold. Menno with another chance to tie or lead. Huber playing with a couple of fouls. High post, high left wing. Lost her dribble. Grage guards her. 5-second call. Yep, she got in trouble when Grage came up to guard her. And Huber had lost her dribble and had nowhere to go and no one to whom to pass. 4th turnover. Steve Sawinski, the Harriet Selby area head coach, wants a 30-second timeout and will also take one. 4:59 left first half in Huron. Harriet Selby 20, Menno 18. It's SoDak 16 basketball, and we're back in 30 seconds here on KMLO.
Good luck, Wolverines, from Uptown Market in Selby. Whether you're on offense and serving game time snacks for the incoming crowd of fans watching the game on DRGnews.com, or are one of those fans in the stands tonight, Uptown Market has a cart full for you. Great cuts of meat, nail-biting snacks for overtime situations, thirst-quenching beverages to keep you cheering at max capacity, and the perfect gifts for special occasions year-round. Uptown Market, groceries, gifts, community. Good luck.
It's been a while since the last Harriet Selby points. That was that second three-point play, you remember, from Kendall Sawinski that made it 20-7. Wolverines. Now Menno has 11 in a row. It's 20-18 for HSA. 4:53 first half. Harriet Selby ball. Grage out front for Barons. Right wing Sawinski. Down low Rosso. Through the double team. Off glass. Missing. And trying to save the rebound and doing so on a great play is Sawinski. Out front. It's Gehring. Second chance. Harriet Selby area. Boy, they're playing Rosso. Awfully tough down low. Here is a pass through the hands of Rosso, but picked up by Grage and just got stopped cold and ended up in a held ball. And the arrow points to Harriet Selby. Well, the action is something else so far. Again, did you really think it was going to stay a double-digit lead? Now the buzzer sounds as we have another discussion at the scorer's table across the way. And the arrow actually is, the arrow is right. It's pointing to Harriet Selby area. I don't know what this discussion is about, but we do have 4:26 to go in the first half. Harriet Selby area is still leading 20-18, but it's been late in the first quarter since they scored. Steve Sawinski, along with assistant coach Marnie Gehring, want to talk to the official about something, and it's being explained to him right now. And I don't think Steve Sawinski is very pleased with what he's being told. And he says, here's what happened down here, and I'm not so sure about that. And then finally, he's had to be pulled to the bench by Marnie Gehring, or at least closer, but he's standing right back where he was. He's in the box, though. Pass inside. Oh, nearly dropped by Fiedler, and then she lost the ball. It was at the end of the shot clock. Maybe that was what the discussion was about. In any case, it's a Harriet Selby area turnover. Maybe that's it. Maybe Steve Sawinski was saying, hey, there was a change of possession there. But honestly, Steve, I don't think so. Harriet Selby area leading 20-18, but Menno with the ball and another chance to tie her lead. 4:15 left first half. Edelman driving on Barons, cross the timeline. Left wing. It is Munkvold to the baseline. Shot misses. Jenica Barons the rebound, and the Wolverines hang on to that lead with 4:04 left in the first half. This is going to be fun, folks. Fiedler with a turnaround in the lane. Hits from 6. Rachel Fiedler has 8. First points in a good while for Harriet Selby. They now lead 22-18. 3:48 first half. Munkvold hands it on the right side for Reagan Deedy, who's back in the game. And now here is the drive all the way and off the rim by Edelman. That rebound is loose. It came down to Grage, but then she's called for traveling. And Menno will have it right back after the 6th Harriet Selby turnover, and I think you can hear what the Wolverine fans thought of that call. 4-point Harriet Selby lead, Menno basketball, 3:30 first half. In maroon, in the basket to our left, it is Munkvold. Up top for Ashton Massey. Entry pass intended for Huber, knocked out of bounds by Harriet Selby, by Grage. Grace News back in. Peyton Huber back to the bench for Menno. 3:23 in the half. Menno with the ball. Harriet Selby area with the lead. 22-18. SoDak 16. Winner to the State B in Huron next Thursday at the Huron Arena. Reagan Deedy on right wing. Drives to the right baseline. 15 to shoot right around Rosso. Forced a foul on Riley Rosso. Nice move, and Reagan will have free throws after the first foul on Rosso and the 4th team foul on Harriet Selby area. She just stepped right around Riley, and Riley, with that big reach of hers, just reached back and hacked her. So Reagan Deedy. 2 free throws. Here's the first. Rimmed out. Keeping that lead at 4 for Harriet Selby area. It was 13. The Wolverines so far have not trailed in this game. One more for Reagan Deedy. This one is too long, and Riley Rosso comes down with the rebound for Harriet Selby. So the Wolverines' lead is still 4. All the way to the baseline by Fiedler. hit the shot, but the foul was committed before Fiedler started her move to the bucket. It's on Menno. And it's on Jessie Monkfold, and that is her second. She's the third Menno player with 2 fouls. Team foul number 6. Bounce to the baseline. A bump as Sawinski put it up, misses, but there is a foul on Grace News of Menno. Team foul number 7 and her first, but it's 2 free throws here for Sawinski. Nuss is how she pronounces her name, N-U-S-Z. Sawinski is 2 for 2 at the line. In fact, Harriet Selby area has a miss, 6 for 6. She's good. Make it 3 of 3 for her, 7 of 7 for the team. 23-18 HSA. 3:02 left first half here in Huron. We expected a good game. We're having it. Second one up, missed. Rebound, however, grabbed by Annalise Gehring. Harriet Selby area keeps the basketball. Up by 5 now. Screen out front by Sawinski for Rosso, and a 3 missing. Another offensive board for Annalise Gehring. To Rosso, right wing Fiedler. 3's coming. This is short. Trying to grab the rebound and not doing so is Dede. It's Riley Rosso instead. Here is a 4th chance for Harriet Selby, counting the free throw opportunity. Down low, too far for Fiedler and taken by Nuss. 6 turnover on the Wolverines. Monkfold for Menno, 2:21 and a half. HSA up 5. Nuss in the right corner. Hand in the baseline for Massey. Lost the ball. Tied up, it is. Stays with Harriet Selby area. Or it stays with Menno, I should say, with 2:11 left in the first half. And 17 still in the Wolves' shot clock. Second seed from Region 5 in Class B. Harriet Selby area, the top seed in Region 2. It's out front to Monkfold. 2:05 and a half for Menno. Lob in the lane for Edelman. Blocked, but fouled 2 by Rosso. Riley second. She's the first Harriet Selby area player with 2, and it's the 15th foul on the Wolverines. Morgan Edelman has been to the line once, made it to complete a 3-point play. She leads all scorers with 10. 2 shots here. First is good. 23-19 Harriet Selby area. Riley Rosso out with that second foul. And Jake Rosso replaces it for Harriet Selby. More for Edelman to cut the Wolverine lead to 3. On the way. On the board. 12 for Edelman. Harriet Selby 23. Menno 20. 2 minutes left in the first half in Huron. We're glad you're with us. The drop of the SoDak 16 showing through so far. Grage. Hope you're enjoying it. We are. Fold in the backcourt. Right wing for Edelman. 90 seconds left in the first half. Morgan Edelman. Menno down a 3. They haven't had tied, much less had the lead in this game. They're down 3 here. Edelman out front with 20 shot clock. Makes a drive. Right baseline. Scoops, misses. Rebounded Annalise Gehring for Harriet Selby area. Only 39% shooting now for Menno. Gehring. Right wing for Grage for Harriet Selby. 1:07 left in the half. And a 3 as she's open and she hit it. Carol Lauren Grage did. She's to 9 and the lead is 6 for Harriet Selby area. 26-20. Third made 3 for Harriet Selby. Monkfold against pressure in the front court. Edelman 52 seconds. Down low, Nuss. Knocked out of bounds by Harriet Selby. Menno keep it with 27 on the shot clock and 50.3 to go in the half. Peyton Hubert back in. Remember, she has 2 fouls. Ashton Massey out for Menno. Edelman inbound. Front to Nuss. 48 seconds in the half. Menno down 6. Too far for
Airing Crew Marathon water heaters, and now you can manage your entire electric account 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by computer, tablet, or smartphone. Smart Hub app. Easy to check your usage, make payments, and always forward to new features on the horizon. Just download the Smart Hub app today. Cam All Electric, your touchstone energy partner.
Spring is nearly here, and that means those...
Fresh Start Market has your pregame covered. Head in and check out their amazing ultra clean remodeling. Great fresh produce, awesome meat section, and snacks and food for when you're on the go in the harvest and school year section. And don't forget to pick up some of their famous homemade sausage. Like and follow them on Facebook, Fresh Start Market LLC, for updates on sales, fun info, and more. Fresh Start Market, because pre-gaming can't be done without food.
It looked for a while in the first quarter like Herreid Selby area was trying to run away from the Menno Wolves, but the defense picked up. Morgan Edelman picked up for Menno. Herreid Selby area does lead the half, but they were held to 6 second quarter points. Herreid Selby area 26, Menno 20. Menno just had 8. We're in the SoDak 16. We're at James Valley Christian School in Huron, and I'm David Burrow. Our studio coordinator is Brent Reed. We're very glad to have you with us tonight. Let's look at the first half numbers. The area, they ended up shooting 40% in the first half, an 8 of 20, but only 2 of 9 in that second quarter. Menno at 39% shooting. They were just 2 of 7 in the second quarter. Herreid Selby 3 of 8 on threes, and Menno 2 of 5. Herreid Selby 7 of 8 at the line. Menno 4 out of 7. Rebounding advantage to Herreid Selby 18-12. For Herreid Selby, Lauren Grage with 9. Big 3 there near the end of the half for her. Kendall Sawinski with 7. Rachel Fiedler with 8 after her 23-point game last Thursday night. And 2 for Jenica Behrens. Only 4 players have scored for Herreid Selby area. As you would expect, Morgan Edelman is leading the way for the Menno Wolves. 12 first half points for Edelman. She didn't score until, about 3 minutes left in the first quarter? Well, she's had 12 points since then. Jessie Munkvold with 5, 2 for Peyton Huber, 1 for Grace Nuz, so only 4 players scored for Menno, too. Herreid Selby area has led all of the way. They led 20-12 at the end of one. They lead 26-20 at the half here in Huron at James Valley Christian School. Let's look at what has happened. We know of 2 teams that have already advanced to the state tournament. There are 2 that were expected to do so and have. Corsica Stickney, whom this Menno team played tough and lost to during the season, has eliminated Timberlake at the Huron Arena 48-33. So Corsica Stickney is on to the Girls B tournament next week, and that excellent team from White River moving on to the state tournament as well after beating Aberdeen Christian 49-37 at the Corn Palace in Mitchell. Other games in progress. Waverly South Shore in front of New Underwood 45-25, and Chamberlain. 4 minutes remain in that game. Looks like Waverly South Shore is in a good spot to make it. Viborg Hurley early on in Centerville leading Andy Central Dakota Christian 10-7. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Just about to start. Top seed Castlewood and the 16th seed DeSmet. That'll be in Watertown. Faith taking on Hanson at the Huron Arena. Faith, the number 13 seed. And a little later on, about a half hour from now, at the Corn Palace, Faulkton area Trojans, who of course made it last year to the Class B in Spearfish and actually got to play a game, you know. You remember they played 4 games in the B last year before the pandemic stopped everything. Well, tough task for the Trojans tonight, taking on a good Eastern team who was a state tournament team last year. But that'll be at the Corn Palace in Mitchell. Again, that will start a little more than a half hour from now. In A, winner leading Tri Valley in Wagner, 31-24. 5 minutes left in the third. The season is in. First time for a Selby representation in 17 years. They lead Menno 26-20 at the half. Back in 1 minute, this is SoDak 16 basketball, 100.7 KMLO.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing
Factmakes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Herreid Selby now back on the floor. We're just about ready for the second half at James Valley Christian School in Huron. SoDak 16, the winner to the State B. Herreid Selby area leads Menno 26-20. And the Wolverines back on the floor. Herreid Selby area with their starting five of Annalise Gehring, Lauren Grage, Kendall Sawinski, Rachel Fiedler, and Riley Rosso. Out of the huddle of head coach Steve Sawinski. Doug Hall, the Menno coach, with his team still in their huddle. Hall puts them together. They have the clap of their hands, and now they're back out on the floor with their starting five of Morgan Edelman, Jesse Munkvold, Grace Nuz, Bridget Faith, and Peyton Huber. The arrow points to Herreid Selby. They start the second half with the basketballs. Second half throw-in brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities in the community to serve. Don't forget, Venture Communications will present our player of the game in our postgame, so please stay with us for that. It's in from Rachel Fiedler to Annalise Gehring. At the bucket to our left or away from us if you're watching on the video at the app or at drgnews.com on the KMLO page. Riley Rosso on a high post, standing in the half circle, looking for an open player to which to pass. It's down low. It is taken away by Edelman. Holding on to the pass too long, Rosso, and Edelman took it away. Menno with it down 6, their first possession of the second half. Edelman, using a hard screen by Faith. Misses the jumper, however, and it's rebounded by Sawinski. That was Gehring, and she is just now getting up. I mean, that was as hard a screen as you'll see. But Gehring has the ball now and hands it on the left wing for a three by Grage. That's good. Lauren Grage's second three of the game, and the lead's back up to 9 for Herreid Selby. 29-20. 7:09 left third quarter. Edelman for Menno. Hand it back out to Munkvold. She's had a 20-point game in this postseason. So Edelman, as we said in the pregame, is not the only player they have. Nuss brings it on the right side. It's Munkvold. Setting a screen is Vaith. Hand it now to Vaith. Standing on the arc. Rosso to guard her. Hand it to Munkvold, down to 8 on Menno's shot clock. Bounce in the lane. Taken away nearly by Fiedler. Trying to save it, however, and it didn't go into the back court somehow. Or did it? Yeah, it did. There was only one on the shot clock, so Menno was doomed either way, but it's officially a backcourt violation on that turnover. And so Herreid Selby with it back with 6:39 left in the third, now with a 9-point lead at 29-20. They scored the last 6 after Herreid Selby area's lead was cut to 3, and the Wolverines have it. Lauren Grage on left wing, bringing it on the right side to Fiedler, to Rosso on the post from 4, banked it in. Riley Rosso's first 2 of the game. 11-point lead, I should say, for Herreid Selby area. 31-20. 6:20 left in the third. 8 in a row for the Wolverines. Another run. They led by 13 early on. They still never trailed in this game. Edelman for Menno at the foul line. Right wing Munkvold from 18. Baseline missing. Riley Rosso the rebound for Menno, for Herreid Selby area. For Sawinski. Down the left lane line. Stops her dribble. Brings it top of the wing to Annalise Gehring. For Grage, and on the right wing to Fiedler. Entry pass, Rosso right on the lane for Gehring. Down low on the baseline on the other side to Sawinski. Pass didn't make it to Rosso, but it is, however, picked up by Grage somehow, and she draws a foul. I don't know how Lauren Grage got to that ball. And it ends up in a Menno foul. The first on either team in the half, and Morgan Edelman has it. That's her first. New shot clock for Herreid Selby as Grage inbounds to Rosso, right side for Fiedler from 17. Off the brace of the rim, Edelman with a rebound. Down floor, left baseline, Munkvold drives and scores. Long pass, made it happen. Jesse Munkvold with 7. 31-22 for Herreid Selby. 5:26 third quarter here in Huron. SoDak 16, the winner to the State B at Huron Arena next Thursday. Sawinski drives to the left baseline in a double team. Lost her dribble. Pass deflected. It's picked up by Grage again. Another play where Grage picks up a loose ball and draws a foul. Peyton Huber, I believe, and if so, it's her third. Yes, it is. Second team foul on Menno. So Grage has made 2 nice saves in a row for Herreid Selby. Deflected. Oh, didn't make it to Rosso. And intercepted by Grace Nuz for Menno. Given to Edelman. Drives and is fouled by Annalise Gehring of Herreid Selby for the first Wolves foul of the second half. And her first. So Riley Rosso will come out and Jenica Behrens comes in. So Herreid Selby with no true post player in the game right now. Inbound on the left baseline to Huber for Menno, just below us. To Bridget Vaith in the lane, strip, good play. Jenica Behrens had the steal, drives, layup, misses, but she's fouled. What a play by Behrens, and draws the foul on Menno's Grace Nuz. That's her second.
Foul on number 30, Grace
Noose. It is. Well, the guy said no. I had heard noose. The guy said Nuz. Then he said noose. Somebody corrected him. And I am corrected. Behrens with the first free throw. Good. 32-22 Herreid Selby. Back to a 10-point lead. 4:55 left in the third quarter. A Menno substitution now. As Lane Schmidt has entered the game for the first time. Schmidt is a sophomore. She's 5'7". One more free throw for Behrens, but it misses, and Edelman with a rebound for Menno. They now find themselves down 10 again. Edelman out front. Left wing, it is Munkvold. Up top for Schmidt from 19. Right wing, misses. Offensive board, and a follow and a putback is good by Edelman. She has 14. 32-24 Herreid Selby with 4:30 left in the third quarter. Menno knows they can't trade buckets, however. Grage in the lane for Gehring. Right wing on the arc. Misses anyway by Behrens, then hit the support, so it's out of bounds. And it's Menno ball. As Menno brings Ashton Massey back in, replacing Peyton Huber. And Riley Rosso, after arrest, is back in for Herreid Selby, replacing Lauren Grage. Let's set the five on the floor here for Menno. Lane Schmidt along with Jesse Munkvold and Morgan Edelman and Grace Nuz and Ashton Massey. Edelman, right wing for Nuz, dealing with Behrens, and a held ball on a play by Rosso. It's going to stay with Menno. She blocked a pass inside. It stayed long enough for a dual possession. Now Reagan Dede's back into the lineup for Menno. 22 on the shot clock for Menno as they inbound. They're down 8, 4:05 in the third to Herreid Selby. Lob pass Dede, blocked, but foul too. Rosso got a lot of basketball there, but I think the foul came from, no, they're going to call it on Riley. That's her third, and Reagan Dede will shoot 2 free throws here. Herreid Selby area still by 8, but I bet they have the feeling we're still hanging on here. Reagan Dede missed a couple of free throws earlier. Misses this one too. Now Riley Rosso out and Lauren Grage back in. So again at the moment, not a true post player on the floor for Herreid Selby area, who leads 32-24 over Menno. 4:01 left in the third quarter. Dede will shoot another, only 4 out of 8 at the line in this game for Menno. Second one coming. This one's too strong. Rebound loose. Ashton Massey came down with it, and then a held ball. This time it points to Herreid Selby area. So that's a rebound for Massey, but then that's a Menno turnover is how that counts with a held ball. And Bridget Vaith is back in for Menno. Herreid Selby, their 5 are Behrens, Gehring, Fiedler, Sawinski, and a pass is knocked away as it comes down floor. It's Edelman for a right wing corner jumper that is missing here by Munkvold. They battle for that rebound, and it comes down to Behrens for Herreid Selby. Stopping for a right wing 3. This one is short, however, by Fiedler. But the rebound is picked up by Behrens, and the offense a little bit discombobulated. So head coach Steve Sawinski of Herreid Selby area wants a timeout, and he's granted a 30-second timeout. 3:23 left in the third. We'll take 30 here as well. Herreid Selby 32, Menno 24. Back in 30 with SoDak 16 basketball on KMLO.
Today, nearly 3 million people protect their most valuable assets with auto owner's insurance. With that many satisfied customers, Marin Beal Insurance is clearly dedicated to your insurance needs day and night. They provide low-cost quality protection, and their famous no-problem claims service is second to none. Trust the local independent auto owner's insurance agents at Marin Beal Insurance for home, life, farm, ranch, auto, and business coverage. Proudly serving the Selby, Java, Pollock, Hosmer, and Roscoe areas.
Inbound for Herreid Selby to Kendall Sawinski, who lead by 8. Herreid Selby does with 3:15 left in the third. Sawinski ball above her head to Gehring, standing in the arc left wing. Lob trying to penetrate that zone, and it's blocked away. Edelman again took it away from Fiedler. Great play by Edelman on the block. But now it's stolen away by Jenica Behrens for Herreid Selby. Drives for a layup. She is fouled down floor. Behrens made a great steal there. It's a Menno foul. And it's the third on Jesse Munkvold.
Fouls on 24, Jesse Munkvold.
And Abby Bender comes in for Menno for the first time. Abby is a 5'4" sophomore. 2:56 in the third. 32-24, Herreid Selby with the ball and the lead over Menno in the SoDak 16 in Huron at James Valley Christian School. Grage, left wing, a Fiedler three, way too long, but saving it is Grage. So Grage has really made some hustle plays in this third quarter for Herreid Selby. 17 to shoot, of course. Shot clock didn't reset because the ball didn't hit the rim. Baseline right hit the side of the glass by Sawinski and rebounded by Munkvold. Good defense there led to that shot going awry. Munkvold, nearly too far. Edelman made a nice catch. Menno with the ball down 8. Drive by Edelman. Inside. Missing. Rebounded by Jenica Behrens. They're just all over Edelman. And again, Annalise Gehring, who was the victim of a hard screen a while ago, again comes up off the floor slowly. Jenica Behrens making sure she's all right. Steve Sawinski studying her closely to see whether he should bring her out of the game, but he isn't. Annalise Gehring says, "Are you kidding? This is the SoDak 16. I'm not coming out for that." Herreid Selby inbounds, up 32-24, 2:10 left in the third. Sawinski on the right wing for Lauren Grage. Cross court, Sawinski again to Fiedler down low. Stolen from behind nearly by Bender, but it's rolled and it's picked up to Sawinski. Down low, Behrens in the lane from 6, rolls in. Boy, it seems every loose ball, every break is going in Herreid Selby's way. 5 for Behrens, 34-24 Herreid Selby over Menno. 1:44 in the third. You need some breaks sometimes. Down low, a baseline drive by Munkvold, and she lays it in. She's up to 9, 34-26 Herreid Selby with 1:33 in the third. Left wing open in the corner for Grage. A 3 is a little long, but run down by Behrens. Then it's a dual possession, and that gives it to Menno. So it'll be Wolves basketball. And Gehring is going to come out now in favor of, how about this, Caitlin Anderson. The last time we saw her last week, she was in a walking boot, the 5'5" junior. She's had an ankle injury, but she's in there now. Lob down low, a good pass to Lane Schmidt. And Lane is fouled for Menno, and she'll have free throws. So Anderson with her first action in a little while for Herreid Selby. Lauren Grage with a foul for the Wolverines. That's her first. Team foul number 3 of the second half. And Lane Schmidt has 2 free throws here for Menno. The first is good. 34-27 Herreid Selby with 1:17 left in the third quarter. Venture Communications will present our player of the game. After this one, who will make it to the state tournament? Second one, good. Schmidt hit both. 34-28 Herreid Selby area. This game's not over yet. by a long shot. 1:13 in the third. Spin in the lane. Drive by Sowinski. Oh, it rimmed out. And there's Schmidt with a rebound on the other end. Then she traveled. And the Menno fans, as you can no doubt hear, are up in arms about that. Now back comes Annalise Gehring, so Caitlin Anderson didn't play for long, but was moving all right in that ankle. She's back to the bench. Grage with a left baseline inbound. On the baseline and counted with a foul. It's Fiedler, who got knocked to the floor and hit the bucket. First 2.5 for Rachel. She's up to 10, and it's 36-28. Harry at Selby area. Morgan Edelman with a foul. That's her second. And team foul number 6 on Menno. 3-point play. The free throw is missing, however, by Fiedler. Scramble for that loose ball on the floor, ends in a dual possession and stays with Herreid Selby. As Peyton Huber comes back into the Menno lineup. Down on the baseline. Had it blocked from behind by Fort Barons. Lane Schmidt just swatted it out of her hand and out of bounds. She couldn't get a shot away. It does stay with Herreid Selby with 29 on the shot clock. 56 seconds left in the third. 36-28. Herreid Selby area leading Menno. Jumper left wing. Sowinski's good from 16. 9 for Kendall Sowinski. 38-28. Back to a 10-point Herreid Selby lead. 44 seconds in the third. Monkvold for Schmidt in the lane. Off glass missing. Rebound, Jenica Behrens, who's had some rebounds in this third quarter for Herreid Selby. Drives all the way near the baseline, and Peyton Huber of Menno just picked up her 4th foul and is still face down on the floor. She's not hurt. She's just disgusted with herself. Team foul number 7 puts Herreid Selby area in the bonus for the rest of this one with 32.5 seconds left in the third quarter. Bella Brandner ready to come in. It would be for Behrens, who shoots the front end of a 1-and-1. Too long. Rebound Morgan Edelman for Menno, who finds themselves down 10 again. 26 seconds in the third. 38-28 Herreid Selby in this SoDak 16 game at James Valley Christian School in Huron. Edelman, 16 seconds. Shot clock's off. She just hands it on the left side for a drive by Huber, and Peyton is fouled. Huber all of a sudden found the passer and said, I better do something with this. So she drove to the left baseline and drew the second foul on Annalise Gehring of Herreid Selby area, and free throws will be Peyton Huber's reward. 6 of 11 only at the line for Menno tonight. Huber has 2. The first, short. That can hurt you in such an important game. They're only 2 of 5 in the second half. Huber will try again with 11.4 left in the third and a 10-point Herreid Selby lead of 38-28. This one's good. 38-29 Herreid Selby over Menno. 11 seconds. Sowinski into the front right of the lane. 3 at the buzzer by Fiedler is long. We're through 3 on the Real Tough Farm Products scoreboard here in Huron. Herreid Selby area could be 8 minutes away from a state tournament berth, but you know they'll be 8 tough minutes. Herreid Selby 38, Menno 29 after 3. The fourth quarter comes your way in 1 minute. This is SoDak 16 basketball on 100.7 KMLO.
At the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, our team is dedicated to the traditions of service. We offer a wide array of products to accommodate all your financial needs, including checking and savings accounts, CDs, IRAs, loans, debit cards, credit cards, a 24-hour ATM, and online banking. Make sure to check out our special notices in your monthly bank statements. We are the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, member FDIC, proud to serve you and proud to support the Wolverines.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental, insurmountable? Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So Menno with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Herreid Selby by 9. The SoDak 16 in Huron in Class B girls play. Ashton Massey for a jumper on the baseline by Monkvold that misses. Foul on the rebound. Rachel Fiedler grabbed it, bumped by Bridget Vaith, her third. And team foul number 8 means a 1-and-1 here for Fiedler, who missed the only chance she had at the line earlier. This is the front end of a 1-and-1. 18 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Herreid Selby's never trailed. They lead by 9 at 38-29. The front end, no good. Rebounded by Monkvold for Menno. Only 37% shooting for Menno, only 38% shooting for Herreid Selby area. Defense is the star of this game, and it's thrown over the rim by Edelman for Menno. And Sawinski with a rebound for Herreid Selby. 40 seconds gone in the fourth. Herreid Selby leading by 9 over Menno, 38-29. Sawinski's in the right corner. Monkvold out the guard her, bring it on the left side. It's Fiedler outside the arc. Trying to drive on Edelman, instead retreats to the left side for Gehring, down to 10 to shoot. Let's see if Herreid Selby plays it this way still. They've slowed down this game a lot. Here is a three that's missing by Grage, but it's grabbed by Sawinski for a jumper that is now missing by Behrens. And the rebound to Menno. Down floor come the Wolves, they're down 7. Right baseline, thrown over the rim by Vaith. Rebound on the floor, it's loose. It ends in a held ball after it was rebounded by Behrens, who's down on the floor this time. The arrow does keep it with Herreid Selby. As Riley Rosso comes back in, she rested for a while, got the quarter break, the rest too. And Lauren Grage comes out. Now, Herreid Selby area will call a timeout. Their head coach Steve Sawinski does so, and we'll take one too. 6:40 left in the fourth quarter. It's a 30. Herreid Selby area 38, Menno 29. And SoDak 16 basketball continues in 30 seconds on KMLO.
Hey, when it's concrete time, call Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete. Top quality products and competitive prices. Plain as that. Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete have been family owned in business for over 50 years. You stay in business over 50 years by taking care of people. Just that simple. Concrete, crushed rock, sand, gravel, feed bunks, septic tanks, agricultural, commercial, and residential. Call Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete. 605-437-2455 on First Avenue West in Herreid.
From the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth, we can see just below us and to our right the Herreid Selby students during the timeout making a whole bunch of ruckus and good noise, and some of them in Hawaiian garb. Their team leads by 9 over Menno, 38-29. SoDak 16 game here in Huron, 6:35 left in the fourth quarter. Sawinski for Herreid Selby area with a lob to Riley Rosso in the high post. Down low, it's too far for Fiedler, but it is knocked out of bounds by Menno. It'll stay with Herreid Selby area with 24 on the shot clock. There's still 6:29 left in the game. And Menno hoping someone, Edelman or whoever, can get hot. They're down 9, Herreid Selby leading. Behrens has played a pretty good basketball game. Out front to Sawinski. Left wing for Gehring. Fiedler with a lob down low to Rosso. Turnaround and the way scores! Riley Rosso just her second bucket. She was defended well, but the lead 11 for Herreid Selby area, 40-29. 6:10 left. Edelman, Menno needs a run now. Right baseline. Edelman nearly lost it. Yep, she traveled. Nearly losing the ball. She lifted the pivot foot. The 12th turnover on Menno. And Menno is now down to 34% shooting in this game on 10 of 29. Herreid Selby area 38% on 14 of 37. They shot so well against Lower Brule, but these are two good defenses playing in this game. Fiedler out front. Left wing to Sawinski for Herreid Selby, who now leads 11. 5:50 left. 3 seconds called on Riley Rosso. It's Herreid Selby area's 11th turnover. And Menno with it back, trying to, again, a milestone would be again to cut this lead under 10, but time's a wasting, they feel. 5:45 left in the fourth. 40-29, Herreid Selby area leads Menno. Munkvold for the Menno Wolves, who haven't been to state in 21 years. It is a drive, right side. Good move by Peyton Huber and draws a foul. Riley Rosso with their hand straight up in the air, so it may be on her. It is. Her fourth. Team foul number 5, and Peyton Huber, who is 2 out of 3 at the line, is there. And again, Menno struggled, 7 of 13. They need both of these. The first. Good. 40-30 for Herreid Selby area over Menno. 5:35 left, so Rosso out with her 4th foul. And again, it's Lauren Grage to come in, so a 5-guard or wing lineup again for Herreid Selby area. Huber will shoot again for Menno to try to cut the lead to 9. On the way and on the board. Herreid Selby 40, Menno 31. 5:33 left in this SoDak 16 game in Huron at James Valley Christian School. Glad to have you with us. Lauren Grage, right wing, comes in the corner for Behrens. Behrens has earned the playing time she's had tonight off the bench. She's played well. Fiedler, a drive in the lane. Wild shot from 9, still nearly went in, but Edelman has the rebound for Menno. And down floor for a layup. It's Ashton Massey who's back in the game. Look out now. It's not over yet. I keep saying Menno's cut it to 7 at 40-33. Still 4:58 left. Herreid Selby area wants to see some more shots go down. Sawinski at the left lane line, lost it. Picked up by Jesse Munkvold for Menno. Drives all the way, misses it, but Edelman is there and is fouled. Edelman had the rebound, then drew the foul. Well, they're going to say the foul was on the shot by Munkvold, so she'll be the one at the line, and Jessica Behrens has the foul. That's her second. And the 16 foul. So now, here comes Behrens out, and they bring Jada Rosso in. So no free throws here. Menno inbounds. It's lobbed on the left side to Vaith. Handed for a baseline drive. There comes Edelman. Nearly put it in, but she's fouled. This time there'll be free throws. As Annalise Gehring hip-checked her. Annalise's third. Team foul number 7. But as we say, it's 2 free throws here anyway for Edelman, who's 3 for 3 tonight. She has 14. The 2,000-point scorer hit the first one. Suddenly a 6-point Herreid Selby area lead, 40-34. 4:40 left, fourth quarter in Huron. There still may be drama ahead. One more for Edelman. This one rolled in. 16 for Morgan. Herreid Selby 40, Menno 35. 4:40 left against full court pressure. Annalise Gehring for Rachel Fiedler. A long 3 is short. And Fiedler can't catch up with a rebound in time. It's out of bounds to Menno. I don't know if Steve Sawinski would be too pleased with that shot. It's not probably what they needed at that point. Now Menno with it back and a chance to cut into a 5-point Herreid Selby lead. They scored the last 6. 4:23 left, 40-35. Edelman driving through 3. The Fifters laid it in. Morgan Edelman, who's headed to Dakota Wesleyan. They're going to like her there. 3-point lead for Herreid Selby. 40-37. 4:10 left. Edelman has 18. She doesn't want this to be her last Menno game. Grades for Herreid Selby. Right wing hands it to Sawinski. Timeout for Herreid Selby head coach Steve Sawinski. 4:03 remains. Whew. It's a full timeout. Let's just take 30 here, Brent. 4:03 left. Herreid Selby 40, Menno 37. Hang on to something. Back in 30 with SoDak 16 basketball on 100.7 KMLO.
Thorstenson Trucking of Selby proudly sponsors local youth activities, athletes, and this sports broadcast of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines. Since 1943, Thorstenson Trucking has been hauling grain, fertilizer, rock, grain byproducts, and more. Thorstenson Trucking also provides CDL drug and alcohol testing. Tests are $40 and can be scheduled by calling 649-1220. 649-1220. Thorstenson Trucking of Selby, the people to know when there's something to go.
By the way, another Class B state tournament entrant is Waverly South Shore. They did beat New Underwood 46-27 in Chamberlain. We'll look at those scores again when we wrap it up. But there's 4 minutes and 3/10 seconds maybe to go here. Herreid Selby has led by as many as 13. They led by 11 in this fourth quarter. Now their lead over Menno is down to 3. 40-37. Still 4:03 left in regulation. And I keep saying there still may be drama in this SoDak 16 game. Herreid Selby with a lead on the ball. Right corner. It is Gehring out to Rosso. Kick it out in the lane for Sawinski. Open is Gehring, down to 8 on the shot clock. Back down to Rosso. She's bumped by Bridget Vaith, who claims her innocence, but she's been whistled for her 4th foul. And team foul number 9 for Menno. She comes out. Reagan Deedy back in. Big 1-and-1 here for Riley Rosso. With Herreid Selby up 3. 40-37, 3:46 left, fourth quarter. Rosso has not been to the line tonight. She fires. She hit it. 41-37, Herreid Selby area. And the Wolverines wouldn't mind this one either. 18 for Edelman leads Menno. 12 for Grage leads Herreid Selby area. One more at the line for Riley Rosso. Hit it again after a roll. She has 6. 42-37, Herreid Selby. Now Riley out. Jenica Barron's back in. Menno down 5. Anybody's game, I keep saying. Although Menno, I don't know if they feel that way. They're close. They've never led in this game. Edelman on right wing for the Wolves of Menno. Out front, it's an 18-footer swish for Monkfold. Jesse Monkfold with 11. A 3-point game again. 42-39, Herreid Selby area. 3:20 left. And the Wolverines slow it down against this 1-3-1 zone. Up top it is Grage. Took it from Sawinski. Right wing for Jenica Barons. They've eaten up 17 seconds. Barons right lane line for a jumper on the arc. Right wing by Grange misses. Rebound Edelman. Menno down a 3. They've never even had it tied in this game. 3:03 left. Edelman out front. Right lane line, she stops. From Monkfold from 18. Good again! Jesse Monkfold has 13. It's a 1-point game. The closest Menno has been since the first minutes. 42-41, Herreid Selby. 2:45 left in regulation. 12-2 run for Menno. Has made it a 1-point game. Sawinski out front for Herreid Selby. Shoots from 17 at the half circle and hits. Kendo Sawinski in double figures with 11. Back to a 3-point Herreid Selby lead at 44-41. 2:25 left in the fourth. Edelman for Menno, handing it to Reagan Deedy. Back to Edelman with a Deedy screen to the right baseline. Drives, left it short. Gained her own rebound. Turned around, fouled. Edelman will be back at the line. After the Herreid Selby foul, which is on Annalise Gehring, and that is her 4th. So she and Riley Rosso both with 4 fouls. Peyton Huber and Bridget Vaith both have 4 for Menno. 2 free throws for Edelman. First one, good. She has 19. It's a 2-point lead for Herreid Selby. 44-42. 2:15 left. Riley Rosso back in for Herreid Selby, and Bridget Vaith back in for Menno. They reset along the lane. Edelman looks for point number 20 and to cut the Herreid Selby lead to 1 again. 2:15 left. She eyes it, she fires it, and she makes it. Her 20th point. Herreid Selby 44, Menno 43. 2:10 left, fourth quarter in Huron. In the SoDak 16, the winner to the State B next week. Pass too far for Rosso and out of bounds. Menno will have it back with a chance for their first lead after the 13th Herreid Selby turnover. 2 minutes right now remaining. Monkfold for Menno. Mid-right wing Nuz. Down low Edelman. Triple team. Nearly lost it. Did lose it. Picked up by Sawinski. But a held ball is going to give it right back to Menno. No change of possession, so it doesn't count as a turnover. But it is Menno basketball back with Edelman inbound right baseline just below us. To Massey, right lane line. Left wing Nuz. Entry for Massey. Loose ball picked up. Edelman. Right lane line. Drives. Scores. Menno has their first lead. 45, 44 Menno, 135 left, 22 for Edelman. Wolverines trailing for the first time. It's Herreid Selby ball though. Sawinski right wing to Barons, 126 left. Back down low for Grage, knocked out of bounds by Monkvold of Menno. It'll stay with Herreid Selby with 125 left in the fourth. Herreid Selby is led by 13. They led by 11 in the fourth quarter, but Menno leads now. It's into Rosso, right lane line, hit it from 7. Riley Rosso with 8. Herreid Selby leads again. 46-45, 1:15 left. Massey in the front court for Menno. Cross court for Nuz, back up front to Edelman. Thought about that three, drove into the lane instead. Left it short. Rosso rebounds for Herreid Selby area, and she's fouled. Big miss there that could have put Menno back in front. Instead, Rosso draws the foul. Grace Nuz with a foul. That's her third. And that is team foul. Now it is their 9th. Yeah, they had an error. Or is it the 10th? They're going to check this. It was announced as the 9th, but it is the 10th. So that means 2 free throws here for Riley Rosso, who has 8 points and all in this half. Now the officials are going to make sure. It's 10 on the board. It was announced as the 9th team foul. This makes an enormous difference, of course. It means the difference between a double bonuser and 1 and 1, so they want to make sure they have it right. Yep, it's the 10th team foul. It's 2 shots for Riley. Herreid Selby 46, Menno 45. Rosso will try to increase that lead at the line, where she's 2 for 2 in this fourth quarter. First one, no good. Still 46-45. Herreid Selby area leading. Ashton Massey out, Peyton Huber back in for Menno. Another chance for Rosso to make it a 2-point lead for Herreid Selby area. Hits and makes it. Herreid Selby 47, Menno 45, 105 left. It's into Edelman against some pressure. To Muckle, down the left alley, front court, diving. And a foul or a clear off. Oh, it's a clear off on Menno. Oh boy, that's a huge play. A clear off on Didi is an offensive foul. That's her first. Oh, that is an enormous play. Menno has lost it. Herreid Selby with it back with 1 minute left and leading 47-45 in this SoDak 16 game in Huron. Grage. Will Menno play it out? I wouldn't imagine they'd foul unless they have to. Rosso with a fadeaway in the lane, but it missed. Nuz with a rebound. Menno down 2. 41 seconds left. 47-45, Herreid Selby. Up top, it's Didi. Right wing for Nuz, looking for Edelman. Instead, it's the Didi outside. Left wing for Monkvold. Baseline drive, layup, ties it. 15 for Monkvold. It's tied at 47. 23 seconds left. Herreid Selby area with the ball. The shot clock off. They'll have the last chance. Head coach Steve Sawinski calls a timeout, but we'll keep it here. We don't want to miss anything. As Herreid Selby area, they're called their next to last timeout. And they will have the chance in a tie game at 47 to make it to a state tournament. Again, the last time Selby area was there was 2004. So no state tournament appearances since the Herreid Selby co-op. But they have the chance now. After they once led by 13 in the first half, they led by 11 in this fourth quarter. But Menno came back to take the lead. Now HSA as their fans chant. Has the ball in a tie game with 20 seconds to go. Well, where do they go? They got a lot of good choices. Grage has had an excellent game. Fiedler's been held to 10. Or will they try Rosso inside? She has a huge second half with 9 points. 20 seconds left regulation. The teams are back on the floor. Rosso, Grage, Sawinski, Fiedler, Gehring. 5 on the floor for Herreid Selby. 18 seconds left. Gehring out front, near the center circle. 15 seconds. Gehring being guarded tightly here by Massey. Hands it to Sawinski down to 10 seconds. They got to do something soon. Gehring down to 7, still near court. Right wing, Sawinski with 4. Lob to the baseline for Fiedler. She's fouled by Edelman with 2.3 to go. Edelman tried for the block, fouled her instead, her third. And Rachel Fiedler will try to put Herreid Selby area ahead at the line with 2.3 left. She has 2 shots. She's 0 for 2 tonight. The first is good. 48-47, Herreid Selby, 2.3 left. And Steve Sawinski is going to call another timeout, his last one with 2.3 to go. Doug Hall, remember, still has 3 to use. We'll keep it here again. But Rachel Fiedler with her 11th point has put Herreid Selby area back in the lead at 48-47 with a state tournament berth in the line. Peyton Huber will be back on the floor for Menno when play resumes. 2.3 to go. And remember, a miss and a rebound. Well, I think either way, remember Doug Hall still has 3 timeouts in his pocket. But 2.3 doesn't leave you latitude to do very much. You've got to have a long Christian Leitner to Grant Hill type of pass. Or excuse me, Grant Hill to Christian Leitner. I got that backwards. Anyway, that's probably what Menno would need at that point. And do you pass it beyond the arc, or do you pass it inside? Well, that's what would happen on what do you do on a miss? It's not to the point I would imagine where people would try to intentionally miss this. 2-point leads, 2.3 left. Huber looking for a long pass, and it's overthrown by Asking. Herreid Selby wants it back with 2.3 left, and all can touch anybody. So Herreid Selby will get the inbound on the offensive. You know, must foul immediately. And hope Herreid Selby doesn't make the free throws. State tournament spot. Rage inbound. It's to Fiedler. Adam does make the steal, but can't shot away from Herreid Selby area. Wolverines are state tournament bound. Rachel Fiedler wins with 2 free throws with 2.3 seconds to go for 11 and 12 points. Lauren Grage with 4 and Steve Sawinski for an excellent game. More were both in tears. What a fight back, but the fans are celebrating from Walker County. For the first time, Herreid will be represented in the Girls B tournament. 7 years in the past, Selby area team was at the State B. But for the first time, it'll be Herreid Selby area at the State B next Thursday. And Steve Sawinski is presented by Lenny Schroeder, the Herreid Selby area athletic director, with the trophy that will be proudly displayed. The players and those who jump up and down in celebration for a win, and I'm sure they figured it would be this way, was as hard fought as you can imagine. And the Menno Wolves team stands and looks, and there is disappointment there. And the Hall's team played as hard as you can. Both defenses just were standing in this game. They held Menno below 40% shooting. They got it up to 43% at the finish. And Herreid Selby area had 1 people on the floor. Although this place is fairly packed still in these days of COVID-19, although some people are receiving the vaccination. But the Herreid Wolverines, 2 free throws by Rachel Fiedler with 2.3 seconds left for the difference. The final score on a real tough farm board in the SoDak 16. The Herreid Selby area Wolverines 49, the Menno Wolves 47. Herreid Selby area goes to the state tournament at the Huron Arena next Thursday with a record of 20-3. Menno's
RealTough.com. TUF.com. Give them a call at 845-3446. See what they can do for you at Real Tough Livestock Equipment.
At the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, our team is dedicated to the traditions of service. We offer a wide array of products to accommodate all your financial needs, including checking and savings accounts, CDs, IRAs, loans, debit cards, credit cards, a 24-hour ATM, and online banking. Make sure to check out our special notices in your monthly bank statements. We are the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, member FDIC. Proud to serve you and proud to support the Wolverines.
The Campbell County Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of this Herreid Selby Wolverine sports broadcast, and we're proud to serve you. Whether you are looking to insure your home, vehicle, farm, crops, or if you're interested in obtaining health insurance, you can depend on us at the Campbell County Insurance Agency, conveniently located in the Campbell County Bank in Herreid and Pollock. To get an insurance quote or learn more about our insurance products, stop in and see myself, Arnie Hansen, at the Campbell County Insurance Agency, or call 437-2294.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
The celebration continues at the end, away from us or to our left as you view it. And if you're watching us on the video stream at the KMLO page at the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo or DRGnews.com, you may have seen during the break a couple of the Herreid Selby area students lifting Rachel Fiedler up on their shoulders. She's their hero after Rachel hit 2 free throws with 2.3 seconds left. And that was the difference as the Herreid Selby area Wolverines, who had as much as a 13-point lead early and an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, defeated the Menno Wolves in the SoDak 16 game in girls Class B here at James Holly Christian School in Huron, 49-47. In a game where defense really was the main part of it, as was expected. The 2 free throws by Fiedler did the job. She had been fouled by Morgan Edelman on a drive on the right block, and Fiedler calmly knocked them both down for what turned out to be the winning points. And now Annalise Gehring has that SoDak 16 winning trophy in her hand. First time either of these schools have been in the SoDak 16 since it began. And nothing to be ashamed of for Menno. What a wonderful game they played and what a great comeback they made. But Steve Sawinski's team heads to the Huron Arena next week for the state tournament. Let's go over stats. We still have a Venture Communications player of the game to name. But let's go over everything here. Lauren Grage leading Herreid Selby area with 14. Rachel Fiedler had 12. Kendall Sawinski had 9 points and 5 boards. Well, what a game Jenica Behrens played off the bench. She had 5 points and 8 rebounds. Riley Rosso with 9, and all of them in the second half. A big second half for Riley after she was really defended well in the first half, and Riley ended up with 6 rebounds. Morgan Edelman in her last game for Menno before she goes to Dakota Wesleyan ends an incredible career for the Wolves, a 2,000-point scorer, 22 in her final game for Menno. Jessie Munkvold had 15 points. And from Munkvold, her last game too, and she was impressive. Peyton Huber with 5, Ashton Massey with 2, Lane Schmidt with 2, Grace News with 1 point. 9 rebounds, by the way, also for Edelman, who was 7 of 7 at the line. For a Menno team that had a great fight back, but it's Herreid Selby area that heads to the state tournament. They out-rebounded Menno 31-28. They ended up at 40% shooting, or 37% shooting, I should say, the Wolverines did on 16 of 43. 4 of 15 threes, 13 of 19 at the line. Menno with the better shooting in the fourth quarter as they worked their way back into this game. They were 6 of 10 in the fourth quarter. They ended 43%, 16 of 37, 2 of 5 on threes, and 13 of 19 also for them at the line. Herreid Selby area with a 31-28 rebounding advantage, 13 turnovers for Herreid Selby, 14 for Menno. A wonderful game in this SoDak 16 matchup, but the folks from Walworth County really think it's wonderful. Herreid Selby area is state tournament bound, 49-47. they defeat Menno in this SoDak 16 game. All right, let's name our Venture Communications player of the game. Then we're going to take a look at that scoreboard. Again, we can't tell you definitely yet whom the Wolverines will play next Thursday at the Huron Arena, but we'll tell you who's made it so far, and we'll check up on how Faulkton area is doing against Ethan. But first, our Venture Communications player of the game, and we'll name that for you in 30 seconds from Huron. It's the SoDak 16 on KMLO. Back in 30.
Venture Communications is your 100% fiber optic connection to the internet, providing your areas with gigabit internet speeds, the fastest and most reliable internet service available. It's perfect for streaming your TV services and connecting all of your devices with a managed Wi-Fi router. With Venture Communications' 100% fiber optic internet service, your experience will be second to none. Venture Communications is proud to be the player of the game sponsor on KMLO. Listen to high school sports coverage to hear who the Venture Communications player of the game will be.
Okay, Paul, who will that be? Well, Lauren Grage did her job. Fiedler with the winning free throws. Riley Rosso a big second half. But I'm going to give it to Jenica Behrens for excellent play off the bench. 5 points, but 8 rebounds. And she had a lot of boards in the third quarter as Herreid Selby area maintained their lead. You have to have depth if you're going to be a state tournament team. And Herreid Selby area does have that. And Behrens has been so important lately with the absence of Caitlin Anderson with that ankle injury, although Anderson made a very brief appearance tonight and looked like she was moving around all right. So that could be good news for Herreid Selby area going into the state tournament next week. But Jenica Behrens for Herreid Selby area, the 5'6" sophomore, is our Venture Communications player of the game. All right, let's tell you what is going on. This is SoDak 16 night, and there's still a couple of results, 3 results outstanding. Let's give you the final scores first. Castlewood, the top seed, having no problem with DeSmet, 60-35. They'll move on, it appears, to state. 3 minutes to go. Here's who's definitely in. White River, the Tigers over Aberdeen Christian at the Corn Palace. That final was 49-37. Waverly South Shore makes it. They beat New Underwood and Chamberlain 46-27 was that final. Corsica Stickney, as expected, moving on, beating Timberlake at the Huron Arena 48-33. Now, games in progress. Andy Central Dakota Christian giving Viborg Hurley all they want. They're through 3 in Centerville. Viborg Hurley in front, but only by 4, 38-34. I promised you to tell you how Faulkton area was doing. Well, the Trojans, they're trailing at the half, but not too far out from Ethan, a good Ethan team. 29-22, Ethan leading at the half. That game at the Corn Palace. Hanson will move on, it appears. They're rolling over Faith 54-22. 5 minutes left in that game at the Huron Arena. And Waverly South Shore, as we mentioned, winning. So the teams that are definitely at state in Class B for girls are Waverly South Shore, Herreid Selby area, along with Corsica Stickney, White River too. So still those results outstanding. So again, we can't tell you now definitely against whom or when the Wolverines would play next Thursday. But, well, look first on the KMLO page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com, and that will be updated. And, of course, Andy will let you know in sports tomorrow morning during Paul Rawley's Best Country Morning Show here on KMLO. Whoever they play, whenever they play, we will have it for you here on KMLO next Thursday. And we want to remind you that tomorrow night we'll feature the Herreid Selby area boys as they play in 2B for a spot in the SoDak 16. But oh, what a challenge they have against a very good-looking Potter County Battler team who has won 12 games in a row. That game will be in Gettysburg, and Spencer will have that for you tomorrow evening here on KMLO at 6:40. And no matter what happens in that game, we'll have action for you on Tuesday night also, as one of those teams will be in the boys SoDak 16. And we also know we will have at least Herreid Selby area. Who knows about Faulkton area? They still have a chance, but we know we'll have Herreid Selby area here in Huron, over at the Huron Arena in the State B next Thursday. Hey, we want to let you know that on your way home from the game, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you, don't veer for deer. Slow down and stay alert. What a privilege it's been to bring you this one from the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth here at James Valley Christian. This was the sort of game we thought it would be, and for Herreid Selby area, a great moment. First time in the co-op, they go to the state tournament. They are winners in the SoDak 16. This broadcast was brought to you by this station, its advertisers, and the member schools of the SDHSAA. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the SDHSAA. SoDak 16 basketball on 100.7 KMLO, featuring the now state-bound Herreid Selby area Wolverines, is brought to you by Menno Insurance, Campbell County Bank, Herreid Concrete, Thorstenson Trucking, Campbell County Insurance, Herreid Livestock Auction, Shorty's One Stop, Uptown Market, Central Diesel, Herreid Superstop, Cam Wall Electric, Premier Equipment, and Bank West. The archive of this wonderful game will be available shortly at the KMLO page at the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com. And it's brought to you by CHS River Plains and Key Insurance. And the video scoreboard is brought to you by Camby's Pass. And our special in-game sponsors include Jensen Rock and Sand, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, CHS River Plains, Campbell County Collision, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Montana Dakota Utilities, Fresh Start Market, Venture Communications, and Real Tough Farm Products. Our thanks to the awfully nice people here at James Valley Christian, including Athletic Director Darwin Hofer, and that man can recommend a hamburger. Thank you, Darwin. Thanks also to our studio coordinator, Brent Reed. I'm David Burrell. The Herreid Selby area Wolverines are state tournament bound. The difference, 2 Rachel Fiedler free throws with 2.3 seconds left. Win number 20 for Herreid Selby area has them back here in Huron next Thursday. The final score one more time on the Real Tough Farm Products scoreboard in the SoDak 16. Herreid Selby area 49, Menno 47. Thank you for listening. Again, tomorrow night, 6:40, boys action, Herreid Selby area and Potter County from Gettysburg. Thank you and good nights from Huron.